What a weekend. Well, maybe not, as I mentioned, for everybody. Maybe not, say, for the Hoodman. Sorry, half fam. But I'll give Bill Belichick this much. He still managed to make it incredibly entertaining, even though he and his team fell to 0-2 for the first time since 2001. That's right. The last time the Pats were 0-2 was right before Bacon 46, who at that time was actually Bacon 24, right before he took over for Drew Bledsoe. Incredibly, they have not been 0-2 since, not until now. But as underwhelming as this Pats team was in most ways last night, you got to give it to the Hood. You got to give this guy some credit for true innovation. This guy straight up changed the game last night forever. Right when you think there are no new ideas, I've got to give it to this guy. For all of the mumbler's accomplishments, bringing a man in motion off the edge to block a field goal might be the best and most innovative thing he's ever done, and it's not even cheating. I mean, it's so simple, yet it's so genius, yet how did nobody ever think of this before? Brendan Schooler was traveling 12.70 miles per hour when the ball was snapped, and then 13.19 miles per hour when the kick was blocked. That according to Next Gen Stats. So again, how did nobody ever think that a guy sprinting toward the line of scrimmage would have a way easier time of blocking a field goal attempt than a dude firing out of a three-point stance? It's kind of like the tush push. You know, the genius is how obvious it is. Somehow we never thought about just having a running back grab one butt cheek, and then the fullback grab the other butt cheek, and then push the quarterback as hard as they can for a first down. It's like somehow it never occurred to anybody to get somebody a running start on a field goal block. But that wasn't all the Hoodman did to innovate last night. He also broke all new ground in the area of throwing his challenge flag. Or should I really say, in the area of throwing his challenge flag like an 8-year-old having a temper tantrum. I mean, I get Hoodman's frustration. He's got the worst team in the division. He was getting all crossed up by the anti-Hoodman on the other sideline. Obviously, it was a way better night for Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins. So I understand the Hoodman's frustration. And he is 0-2 for the first time since 2001. And Mike McDaniel did have a much better night. Just don't try to pull a Melissa Stark and try to give him any credit whatsoever. This guy, nobody like him, and right now there's no other team that plays like his team. I'm not saying they're the ones. I'm not saying they're the best team. I'm just saying that there's no team like his team. And good luck finding another quarterback who's 5-0 against the Hood. If that's not the craziest stat ever. Tua owns Hoodman. Don't even bother looking because you're not going to find one. There's nobody else who's got that record. Tua is the only quarterback in the NFL who has started at least 4 games against Belichick and never lost. I mean, how's that for a stat? Think about that. If I were to say to you, name me all the quarterbacks that have played at least 4 games against Bill Belichick starting that are undefeated, who would you say? Probably not that guy. But he's the guy, 5-0. So it's no surprise that Miami won again last night. And it's no surprise that they're 2-0. And frankly, it's no surprise either that the Pats are 0-2. Once again, sorry, half fam. But although these things aren't surprising, there are some major surprises around the league. Like, I'm not even sure which, quote, surprise 2-0 team is the biggest, quote, surprise. And the reason I keep saying, quote, surprise is because I'm not nearly as surprised as everybody else is. For instance, you all know this is an Arthur Smith house. And you all know this is a Ron Rivera house. And you all know how I feel about Baker Mayfield. All I have to say about these dudes is they're a combined 6-0. Art, Ron, Bake, 6-0. You know what I have to say about that? Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. You know what else I have to say about that? Everybody saw that coming, right? Let's break it down. How about the Falcons? How about Arthur Smith's epic stash? There's that. That's worth a lot more than 2-0 if you ask me. How about that epic stash? How about Art having absolute no fear? Absolutely no fear. I mean, you want to talk about a flat line. Does this guy's pulse even bounce? Ice water. Ice. It's the Tourette's, man. It's the jungle Tourette's. Ice in his veins. I'm talking about him going for first down and the win late rather than settling for a field goal that would have given them the lead. But giving the ball back to the Packers, he wasn't having any of that, was he? Just looking to call them offsides, right? Just looking to catch them in a hard count, right? Nope. That whiny little buzzer, Alvin, does not begin to do it justice. Thank you. Thank you so little.
I don't like that call.
Huge call, huge win, and don't even try to tell me that getting the ball to Bijon Robinson is a bad idea. I'll tell you what's a bad idea. A bad idea is not getting him the ball even more. This dude's absolutely cooking so far. He's just barely scratching the surface. He already looks like one of the better running backs in the NFL already. The ATL is exciting. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. The ATL is exciting. And so are the 2-0 Commanders. Yeah, yes, I said that too. An impressive comeback win in Denver yesterday. Damn, Bronco fan. How much did that hurt? How much did that suck? Really impressive comeback win in Denver. But a really ridiculously poor Hail Mary defense in the end. Guys, obviously, the idea of a Hail Mary is just to knock the ball down, period. Knock it the hell down. That's it. It's very simple. What you absolutely do not want to do is exactly what Washington did. In other words, tip the ball up in the air and backwards into the end zone. Oops! Potential nightmare. I mean, that was the epitome of, why is that ball still in the air? Why are you not throwing it down, big man? I mean, push that ball through the bottom of the earth. The last thing you want that thing doing is bouncing around up in the air, which is what happened. So credit, I guess, to Russet for getting it there and giving his team a chance and nailing a Hail Mary, I guess. But he and they still lost, so no credit for that. Credit to Eric Bieniemy for making the Commanders' offense exciting again. What a nice win for them. So we had some nice surprises yesterday, but there was one thing that was absolutely not surprising at all, and that's the way the Jets-Cowboys went. Or really, what I should say is the way the Coug Hunter went. Now, throwing that guy to the Wolves is not the easiest or best idea, right? Running that guy out there to deal with Dallas? But here's the thing. In his defense, the Coug Hunter actually did look a little better. However, that's not saying very much because he still looked horrible. The Cowboys, on the other hand, looked amazing. The Cowboys look like the best team in the NFL after 2 games. Yes, I said that. They look great. It's early, but they look great. Now, all of that said, and this is what I mean by the whip around. I'm covering a lot of ground. Moving from one thing to the next. As great as Dallas looked, nobody in the league is off as quickly as Geno Smith, at least when it comes to all-time sound bites. Geno is leading the league through the first 2 weeks, and by the way, it's not even close. First, there was him blurting out in week 1, "Oh my God," with Aaron Donald bearing down on him. Underappreciated anyway. One of my favorite moments. That's a quarterback in real time, in live action, blurting out, "Oh my God," at 99, bearing down on him. I mean, I'm sure that every quarterback ever that's ever faced 99 thinks that. But Geno is the only one they've ever caught on mic, a hot mic saying it. Oh my God. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be the first to know when we do upload a new video.